kind of complication you are going through and what kind of processes you are going to give it later on. So today's my topic is like modern age solution for the implant prosthetics. So before starting, I can share the two things regarding the prosthesis. One is like you have internal connection, one is external connection. Like if you are using a multi-unit abutment and it will convert it into the external connection. Okay, so there is a two kind of abutment connection we have, hex and non-hex. So the maximum people, if I can ask over here, they will say like if we have a non-hex full mouth cases, like you can see on a screen, if we can use which kind of connection they will use, the engaging and non-engaging. So maximum people say non-engaging. The only problem with the non-engaging is that you can screw it up easily, no issue. You can compensate the angulation, no issue. But the lateral load, the occlusal load will be onto the central screw which you are using to do it. Because on a lateral forces, the resistance of the prosthesis by only single load screws, because the abutment surface not touching to the implant. Okay, it's like inside like a cone shape. Okay, so everything is retained onto the screw. So there is a maximum chances of screw fracturing or screw using non-engaging connection or non-hex connection, I think. Okay, so what we are preferring to use, you had used the hex connection. Okay, so only the hex connection, I have only just disadvantage, like you cannot give a path of insertion. So you have only two options, like you can use a cement retain processing on the top of that using customized abutment, or directly you can section it, the bridge into the three units. So to avoid that of problem, we can one more connection, like we can use this multi-unit abutment to convert onto the tissue level and compensate the angulation, because it's available in angulations and we can reach to the nearest angulation. As you can see onto the screen, the maximum time in my country, like people are using a multi-unit abutment for the full arch cases to overcome the activeness of the bar. But as you can see on the screen, only just one abutment have a deviation. Not all remaining three are in a parallelism. Okay, so the path of insertion is same. But if just only the one implant is in a deviated condition, okay, what happened you can see. See, my process is going to be fit passively without any movement. It is completely passive. But when you are inserting the screw onto that deviated angulation, what happened? It will create the activeness onto the opposite side. So if I will press it and screw it up, it will screw it up, but it is active. So the maximum load onto the deviated screw which I have inserted while it is in function. Okay, so this is a main disadvantage. This is not noted by many people because of the position of the finish line. It will deviate because of the screw angulation. It will deviate, so it will create the activeness. And the one more thing I want to say, like if we are most commonly using a tilted concept, in for that we have a different angles like 0 degree, 17 degree, 30 degree, 35, 45, 60, 52, like that. But the maximum, like in clinical conditions, we have a two angulations. Okay, like from mesodistal and buccolingual. Okay, so what happened in actual clinical scenario, the multi-unit abutment or the ready-made angle abutment can only compensate one direction, not the both direction. But clinical, you will face the two direction. How I will just show it to you diagram. This is the case in which the center is the 0 degree we have already used, and the distal most one 17 degree we have placed the implant, and we use a multi-unit abutment which is available by the company, the 70. So I know that I have placed on a 70, but it is not any not exact 17 degree. It may be 18, it may be 19, it may be 15. So that is a limitation of the prefabricated abutment, and because of that it will activeness is occur. So after using a 17 degree also, I have to do a correction of 7 degree almost required. So like why I placed the implant, I thought I was at the 17 degree, but still I need a 70 degree extra to reach to the zero.
So it means it is like almost 24 degree, and the 24-degree abutment not available in the company. Only I have a 17 and 30. So this is the main disadvantage also for using a customized solution. Sorry, the prefabricated solution. So for this, this is from the front side. This is the one angle we have a problem. Okay, and this is the second angle from the buckling wall. This is also deviation. You can see 10 degree, 6 degree, 7 degree. So how you going to compensate? The processes will fit easily because it have conical geometry, so it will just directly flip or place snap like there without any activation, but it will active when you insert the screw inside of that. So if after using a multi-unit also there is a deviation, then it will create activeness in the processes. So how to correct this problem? So for that we have a new era, like new generations. I can say prosthetic solution is one is we can use a customized multi-unit abutment which can correct buccolingual as well as mesodistal direction of the abutments for the implants. The second one is customized OT bridge. That is the same, but little bit modification. I will let you know in a next presentation, like in further presentation. And the third one is the most important one is like the split bar. Like if we have a different angle, then we can split the prosthetic into two part, and we can insert the screw in a junction. So how it's work? So this is the same case which I have showed on our first diagram. So we can split it into the two part like this. The deviation in an angle you can see on the screen. So one portion have this angle which is follow the remaining implant, and the second portion, and then the junction we are screw it up. So you will get the rigid connection, and completely it is screw retained and a rigid framework. So as you can see, it's the same case, the same model. If I will split it out in a two part, I will screw it up the first portion is the distal most. It is a hex portion, hex connection to hex connection. So it will not, it has anti-rotation, and remaining area have anti like non-hex because the multiple implants for the this lever. And then we are inserting this onto the top of it. Now you can see it's a passive completely on this side also, even though I have screwed it up on the other side, which is active before. One screw, the second screw on the implant to the prosthetic, the third screw to implant to the prosthetic, and the fourth screw is a screw for the connection, the junction. We are connecting with the screw. So the splitted part and this anterior and posterior part is connected with the screw. So it will act as a complete single assembly for a while it's in function. So if you want to remove it out, you can just open up the all four screws of implant, and one is junction implant, and you can take it out complete prosthesis. So this is the one solution you can avoid the activation of the complete arch, and it will all the implant are printed. So it will act as a single unit for the particular implants. So this is the one solution we can do it. So this is the post-operative of the same patient inside, like after replacement of the processes, and you can see there is no gap in between. It will look like a one single assembly, but it is in a two part, and everything in screw written without any correction of the I can say angulations, and no, there is no use of cement. The second most I told you, like the customized multi-unit, we have a scan body. You can scan it out. You can design it into the ExoCAD according to the case. So this is the case in which we have reported one implant is failed implant, and second one you can see it's almost connecting into cortex. So to take it out, this implant is a difficult task. So we thought like we should use this implant and create the prosthetic, because patient is age is more and she is not ready to replace it. okay, and not ready for placement of a new implant over there. So that's the reason we plan it to use that same implant. So as you can see, it's completely out, it's going, and second implant we placed in a straight on a ridge, so at least we can give a bar retain over denture. So we have designed this completely into the exocad, the customized position, and then we created the customized multi-unit abutment. It's completely milled abutment, as you can see the parallelism, and you can see the complete surface. So this is the intraoral, and on the top of that we created the bar with a friction lock, like we are using a Bredon VS3 connection, because we love to use a friction in place of bar and clip or ball and socket, because it gives negative force, more negative force while retrieving the denture. So we are more happy with the friction based processes. So inside of mouth we just screw it up everything, and you can see it's a metal to metal friction first, and then we have given security lock. If we lost the metal friction in future, we can use the elastics to get the one friction once again. So this is just a demo, like it's giving like without elastic also it have a friction metal to metal. So you can see there is no elastic in a metal frame, but you can get the friction, the lock. Yeah, this is a lock, perfect lock. Okay, and then this is my bar, this is my denture, this is complete assembly, and as you can see in this we have incorporated the female portion for the elastic. So right when we are inserting the denture, we are not insert the elastic, but in future if the friction metal to metal friction loss, we can insert the elastics and we can regain the friction like this. So in this case, we have a very much angulated implant. Still, we can give a passive bar, and to reduce the load, we have designed the friction-based processes for that. As I told you, the customized OT bridge. What is OT bridge? So it is a metal cylinder with the elastic. So it will like this. It is a click. So it's like over denture first, and then you have to insert the screw. So it have advantage of fixed as well as removable. Okay, but the straight abutment which is available from the company, it will compensate only 15 degree. What is the difference between multi-unit and this? This multi-unit, if you place of 0 degree, it will compensate 0 degree only. But the OT bridge have a compensation up to 15 degree, means 0 to 15, like that. 1, 2, 3, for any angulation you can compensate. And if you, this is the customized 17 degree, 30 degree and 45 degree. So if you insert the 17 degree of multi-unit, it can compensate only 17. But if you insert the 17 degree of OT bridge, it can compensate up minus 70 plus minus 15 plus 15, means it can compensate the 10 to the 24 degree, all degree it can compensate. So you can place have a 24, 22, 21, any degree you can compensate, but multi-unit you can not compensate the remaining angle, and because of that you will get the active. And in that cases your prosthetic will fit on a multi-unit, but what happened, the small screw rotations will be less, one or two rotation it will stop and you will get the torque. So because of mismatch of the angulation, it will create the activation over there. So if it is nearby angulations, like I can say 6 to 7 degree only difference, then it will, you can screw up your processes. But the what problem behind it, that the screw have a need 6 rotation, which is connecting the multi-unit to the processes, the small screw. Okay, if it is stop in a 1 or 2 rotation, it means you will get the torque, but it is not engaged completely, and because of that it is there is a chance of it to get got fracture, or it will loosen up after some cycle, and the load will be on remaining tooth, the screws or multi-unit abutment. So that's the reason. So in this we have, if by chance the screw loosening also happen, it is retained in its own position by the elastic. So the remaining implant will not get fail if patient is not able to come or is not coming. even though the screw loosening happened, so it will, your prosthetic will not change its position, it will stay at on its own position. So as I told you, like the company, the what is the correction which required, earlier I told you, like the remaining angulation that we can compensate with this OT equator bridge. As you can see, this is a multi-unit abutment, but if I will use it, this is a zero which we have created customized, and this is the straight which I have used. Is still in straight 7 and 2 degree of deviation, that is OT equator itself compensated. So this is the complete assembly, as you can see. So this is a clinical picture of that screw it up inside of mouth. This is the impatient cast. This is the processes. This is like before click. Now we click and then we have to screw it up. So as this is the metal ceramic bridge with the metal cylinder inside. You can see it's a click first. So it's have one, so it has a stress breaker as well as degree compensation, the two advantage, and additional is like the screw. So you have security lock, the double lock. So the same process while inserting inside the patient mouth. So if you can see, it's all on four. So you have a huge cantilever effect of two molars, like the first premolar and second molar. So it's a, the cantilever effect is reduced onto the implant using this abutment, because maximum load is retained by this elastic. So it will like and it is like not like a over denture, because we are not taking time. It will act as a stress breaker, like we have in vehicles. We have a stress breaker. We are not changing that stress breaker for a long time. And as you can see on a screen, after placement, we can screw it up. So the very small things which I have shared with you, it's like how to correct these things by this. One is a customized multi-unit. If you want to give everything the screw retain. The second one is like, as I told you, the customized OT bridge concept, and the third one is like the split bar, so you can avoid the activation of the processes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mel.
Yeah,
It is very amazing solution and very smart technique to make for unparalleled implant access. This is very attractive, and we use Exocad to design the attachment of our customized implant for first, then we make the bar next step.
yes. For the customized abutment, the bar you have to lute it out with the cements. Okay, for this solution, we can do everything on a screw retain.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing with us these techniques and solution.